Investing 101, it might be tempting to try to pick the bottom of the market or sell stocks when we do have a rally day. Well, let's bring in Arwen Becker, founder of Becker Retirement Group. Thanks for being on our show. And what do you think about investors who are considering getting in or out of the market at this time?
Oh, well, I think you hit the nail on the head. Timing the market is not the best planning strategy. There's no doubt about it. It's because what we want to do is we want to have the time in the market. And, you know, I'm in my 40s, so of course, I'm not thrilled looking at what's going on in my 401k and the significant losses that they've gone through in recoveries and this big gyration that we've been seeing. But specifically as it relates to retirement planning, you always want to have a solid plan. And a solid plan means that you are going to expect that there are going to be hiccups. You're going to plan for those. Of course, the unexpected things, we don't know how severe they're going to be. But when you're in or nearing retirement, your plan should be structured in that a lot of the money is not exposed to the ups and downs in the market. So that's just part of having a good solid plan that has preservation in mind as we're nearing towards retirement and we're starting to reduce the amount of exposure. But then also know that we are going to have oftentimes a portion that is going to be exposed to the ups and downs. And that's okay. We just need to not be emotional about it and make poor decisions just because the market's going through a lot of craziness as it is right now.
What do you suggest for a big picture view when it comes to saving for retirement?
So a lot of people, this is what happens. They come in and we sit down and they say, oh, okay, so I went and talked to Social Security and I'm going to take my Social Security at 70 because it's a larger number. And then I talked to my pension provider and we were looking through some things and we decided that we're going to take the pension when it's the larger amount. We're not going to do any survivor benefits. And then we're going to go talk to our investment guy and then we're going to talk to our insurance person. And yet none of those things are working collectively. People make these decisions in these looking through at a little piece of the entire puzzle instead of the whole picture. And so specifically as it relates to overall planning, oftentimes people will make a lesser decision, not necessarily a bad decision, but a lesser decision on what to do with their Social Security or when to take it or how to take their pension or maybe do they need some form of life insurance or what does the income plan look like? But they don't know how those things come together. And so they might have investments that they really don't need. And then they might be falling short in areas that they actually do. So that's why planning in a holistic view where you're also taking into account taxes and fees and market risk and all of these pieces is a really valuable, important part of the overall planning because it makes sure that we're looking at everything together and then truly making the best choice for that unique situation, for our unique situation.
Are there any sectors of the market you would want to get into, maybe put some money to work?
You know, since we do holistic planning, we really are not about timing the market. You know, if there are people who have sidelines of cash and they want to deploy that and they don't need it for income anytime in the near future, or they're not planning on buying a second home or maybe doing something with that cash, by all means, I think deploying some cash into the market is a great plan. We are all about diversification.
Our thanks to you for being on our show today. Thank you. For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.